make it 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and jump forward here real quick. We're just gonna say that you guys have already left the room, and he's taken you over to the armory.
All right.
Cool.
Weapons. My token is.
So he says it isn't much, and then Yennefer also joined him. By the way, I just forgot to turn her token in. So he kind of looks around. And he says, "Well, you may not be able to do much in terms of the weaponry, because you see his table, and it's like they're all kind of nice and all, but the thing is that for the most part, they're all relatively basic weapons. Maybe some slight appearance changes, but nothing functionally different about like which weapon's what, you know?"
Mm-hmm. I asked him, is there anything you would be able to do for my short sword?
He kind of asks you to hold it forward.
Well, I do so.
He says, and Yennefer kind of looks at it and goes, "Oh, that's been enchanted already."
Yes, I wasn't sure. I figured it was an I would ask.
Yeah. She says, "Yeah, that's enchanted with Life Drinker."
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So he then kind of looks and he says, let's go ahead and help you out first," and he points over at Mathis.
Oh. All right then.
So
What is this first thing I get you?
he kind of starts looking through, and Yin says, "He uses wands?"
Yes, I do.
She kind of looks and she kind of starts rummaging through one of the chests. And she says, "Well, it's a little outdated, but it's probably better than what you have now." And she kind of walks over and she kind of holds it out in front of her. And she says, "This is a wand of inevitability."
All right.
She then kind of she kind of says, it's crafted from light, supple wood, and allows you to accurately strike your enemies with only a mere flick of the wrist.
Swish and flick.
Swish and flick the shit out of it, man. This is when the GM pops out from behind the curtain and explains that your wand of inevitability, if you miss every target of an at-will attack power using this wand, you get a +2 bonus to the attack rolls of that power the next time you use it before the end of your next turn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if you make an at-will attack and you miss, the next time you use it, like as long as you use it in the next turn, is a +2 bonus to the attack roll, in addition to a static +1 to attack and damage.
Okay.
That'll get coded in kind of behind the scenes here really quick, but if it doesn't... no, it does not stack. I'm seeing the question if it stacks. Only until the next turn.
That would be fantastic.
So if he misses every target of an at-will attack power using this wand, gain a +2 bonus to the attack roll of that power the next time you use it before the end of your next turn.
I mean, with how bad my rolls have been lately in battle, yeah, I'll be missing quite a bit, so that'll be helpful.
So you get a +1 on top of it, but if you miss with an at-will and you use it again the next turn, then that bonus turns into a +3.
All right. That sounds good.
So we'll just remember that for your rolls and what have you, because I'll just have to update your rolls really quick, but it'll take some time. So just keep that in mind that you have a +1 to attack and damage. Okay, don't forget that.
+1 to attack and damage. Gotcha.
With then +3 if you miss on an at-will. Okay. So she kind of says it may not be much, but I hope it'll help.
Oh yes, this is much better than what I had. I greatly appreciate your kindness.
She kind of nods her head.
And then suddenly, I kind of just pull my sword off my back and rush out to where it hit where the tip hits the floor and say, "Is there anything you can do for me?"
I could take that.
She begins kind of looking over it, and she starts. She's starting to kind of look over it and see what kind of ideas there are that she has. And Stalio says, "Well, I haven't really seen him, fight or spar with anybody. And he says, "Now, if I stand back and the party stands back away from you, would you care to give us a demonstration?"
What kind of demonstration do you?
Just a general, how you wield, how you utilize, that sort of thing.
Well, mostly I grab it with 2 hands. That was meant to be funny. And put
Oh,
it
I
in
see what.
front of me,
Oh.
and then I swing and swing and swing, and just do an array of swings in different directions. And sometimes I do something like this, and then I do.
My good sirs, I was gonna say, if it would be
Damn.
of good help to you, then I would be happy to spar with the young man.
I mean, that hit's pretty solid on the floor. You can he sees like a brief explosion of light, and Stalio's kind of like, "Whoa, okay. So you are a great weapon fighter, then."
I am. I actually have proficiency in these kind of weapons. Oh crap! I accidentally am going to disable that. Thank you, trackpad. Thank you, trackpad.
Amazing. So he kind of looks over at Yennefer and he kind of starts thinking, what do we think? So she starts kind of thinking, and she says, well, it may not be the worst of ideas to, give someone perhaps something that maybe allows them to stand up in combat a little bit longer, no?
I would be fine with standing up longer.
I just realized how poor of a phrase that was.
Just listen, Tony. Just keep going. There's like the innuendo. Just keep going. We're gonna keep making innuendos no matter what.
Okay, no matter what. So he asks for. Oh god damn it! I was gonna say she asks for his weapon.
I would happily give it to you. I happily give her my weapon.
So.
Oh, I meant to do that as me, not as Tia.
So she holds the weapon kind of up and kind of just eyes it along the distance of the blade. And she says, this should work. And she kind of starts, she holds it flat in her hands and she begins to chant as it begins to kind of float up above her. And it kind of begins spinning around, and as it does, you can see it throwing off showers of sparks and such.
What you're saying?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god! What have I done?
Make sure he finishes it off good.
Fucking Paul.
So, and as it continues to spin, it stops and kind of gives off an explosion of light, similar to how Tamis' strike did at the start.
Mm-hmm.
It floats down to her hands, and you can kind of see surrounding it is almost like this pale, almost bluish gold. It's this weird flickering glow that transfers between blue and gold. And she hands this weapon to you.
I will name it Stephen's Bane.
So she says, while you hold this weapon, enemies will find it more difficult to fell you.
This is the blade that I will use to strike down those who challenge Earthus.
So this is when the GM jumps out from behind the curtain and says, Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot.
No, we're immature. There's a difference.
But the weapon that you have is what is known as a weapon of defense. So you get a +1 to attack and damage rolls, static, for your weapon, no matter what. And the property that your weapon has, by default, you gain resist 1 to all damage while using this weapon.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
You also have a utility power that once per day, as an immediate interrupt, if you take damage from a melee attack that hits you, you only take half of that damage.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm gonna have to get an alteration done to this sword later, but otherwise, this thing's gonna be great. Because this thing is gonna get the family labyrinth pattern put on it. Because this baby is mine.
I was going to say he wants the sword to last longer.
Well, you know, if the sword lasts more than 4 hours, you need to consult your doctor.
I already made that joke. Fuck you.
I know, but I wanted to make it again.
Stop.
Stop
stealing my
the
jokes.
day of stealing Austin's jokes.
Everyone's stealing my damn jokes. Fuck this, I'm out of here. No.
Alright, he says, that's about all the assistance that I can offer you in terms of that. Wish I could offer more, but at least we got a show out of it with that combat display and the ritual.
Yes, we did.
It was quite a show.
I wouldn't say it was a show. I would say it was more of a, amateur hour, but...
Do you want me to use Heathen's Bane on you? Oh, dear.
God.
Heathen's Bane.
Alright, so at this point he says he would probably guess that by now, Eugene's probably ready for you.
Then we must go. We shan't keep him waiting.
Alright, so you guys decide to head out to the gates then?
Please.
I do.
Yep.
Okay.
I do too.
My stomach hurts.
So you all kind of
Dude, I had a
form back-
coughing fit.
you kind of all form back up at the gates, and you see Eugene. He's kind of off a little bit in the distance. He's got his sack, and he also has a few additional ones, kind of standing at his feet, saying, "I thought you might use some supplies. I asked if Lucas had seen any of you, and he said he hadn't. So here."
Thank you. We
Thanks,
appreciate
bud.
your kindness.
We were kind of busy with swords.
He says, "It isn't
For the-
much,
for the
but what's in the bags, at least for you, is a day's worth of food."
I take it up and I place it in my bag.
It will be gone within the hour.
Alright, so then you guys, he kind of leads the way, and he says, "Are you ready?"
Onward.
I'm ready.
Alright. So then you guys begin the walk. It takes, well, seeing as you guys left at about, I would say, 1 o'clock-ish in the afternoon, probably. We'll say that it gets to about 6 o'clock, and you guys reach the Zoroastrian Monastery. And Tamis, it looks exactly as you remember it.
Everyone, welcome to the Zoroastrian Monastery. They don't worship Erithus, but they're decent folk.
I'm glad they have
They
your
really
seal of
should.
approval.
They really should get in that worshiping Erithus bit, though.
Why?
I'm glad they
Someone
have-
let themselves out.
So Eugene kind of says, "I'm going to go ahead. I'll motion for you when it's all clear to come in."
Don't
Yes,
let
sir.
us kick you.
He kind of walks up over to the tent, and a couple of monks kind of let him into the tent up ahead.
Wall fan boink.
While we're standing here, I kind of look to Tamis and I go, "Tell me about your friends, Audie and the other one."
Well, Adi is this little short midget Deva, and Congo is a little short midget Goliath, and they're interesting. You know how I act.
Yes, I'm very familiar with it, unfortunately.
Now, imagine there was two more who were also a little bit quirky, and they were basically a comedy trio. That's me, Adi, and Kongo. Except we kill shit.
Interesting.
Oh joy!
I shall make a note to avoid them then. They
Triple
don't seem like
ignoramus.
my type.
Triple ignoramus.
Well,
How
Adi
fun.
is a little bit more like you and Mathis. She's normally the voice of reason unless we're in a battle. And then she's the voice of staying away and flinging spells like our Deva here as I pat Mathis on the back.
We can't all be warriors and up in their face. Someone has to stay back and make sure we don't all kill ourselves.
I don't kill myself, my dear. Only others.
It's important to have friends you can count on.
It is a lesson that I have learned the hard way.
Wait, who are you again?
They're the best friends I've had since I left my village as a boy.
I'm glad that you've had friends since that time. I haven't but known Homer here for months, and I wouldn't quite consider us friends. More companions who work well together. Or I assume he feels the same.
No.
I assume he feels the same.
Unclear on the difference between that and friends. But that could just be me.
I would consider that paladin, though. That paladin we hung out with.
Baron.
He was a friend. Yes, Baron. Names. Homer, you know how I am with names. It's lucky I remember your own name. Baron. I'd consider that one a friend.
So Homer, did you just
Baron it all?
Homer, did you just get companion zoned?
It's fine. It's not a big deal. Homer doesn't distinguish between companions and friends.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself, guys. Like Homer, where are you from? Where are you from? Help me.
I'm from a golden city far away that no longer exists.
You're from El Dorado?
It wasn't El Dorado.
I'm sorry, that laugh from Austin.
Sorry, they caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, god damn it.
I am from the Aran Mountains.
Well, congratulations. Isn't that just a wonderful story? I don't want to know anything else about you.
What about you, Mathis?
I really don't want to talk about my personal life. It went sort of downhill a couple years ago.
Is there a tragedy? Is everyone you ever knew and loved dead too?
Well, I mean, yes, because I'm a Deva, so I keep getting reborn. All my friends just die before me. What else do you expect?
So there's a lot of that going around.
I'm tired of all of my loved ones dying before me.
But
I can't even fucking die.
I can help you with that.
I'll be reborn again. And just try me, Uranus.
Come on, we've got a job to do. No murdering each other.
I need all of you.
No promises.
Guys, look at Paul.
Paul, you motherfucker!
Did you have any lovers, Mathis?
I did.
Homer?
One time. But
what?
She sadly passed away.
Do you see what's happening?
I'm sorry to hear that. It is truly... The loss of one's love is truly the end. It is truly the most sad thing one can encounter.
You have never left your mother behind.
I'm sorry? Excuse me?
Excuse me?
I had to leave my mother when I left my village.
As did I. I kind of look at him insultingly. I haven't left my mother. I had to leave my mother without saying a word, without her ever knowing what happened to me. I had to leave my father and my mother because I knew they would not approve of what I was doing. I did not see them for years, 10 to 20 years. It was terrifying. It was terrible. I am lucky they are still alive. I am lucky that where I come from is still standing. Don't give me that you've never known what it's like to leave your mother, because I do know.
And that is why fortune smiles upon you. Lady Suna steps out from her tent.
Lady Suna, excuse my anger. I lost myself for a moment.
Lady Suna, what's up? And I start moving towards it.
I kind of bow.
She bows to the four of you, and she says, "We must remember, anger can be a tool, but only if we do not allow it to be controlling of us."
I nod.
The clerics taught me much the same.
She says, "Come with me." And she leads the way to her tent.
I follow. I follow, kind of trying to regain my cool.
No problem to begin here. Keep going.
I don't know. You could probably mug some of these monks. But then you'd have to deal with Lady Suna.
I'm watching
that.
sulking about my death.
Seems like I have a little more forward thinking than that. Seems like it would introduce more problems than it's worth. I don't feel like monks have a lot of petty cash handy.
Can you imagine a rich monk?
I kind of look back and I say, "Good call on that one, Homer. Glad you finally did something smart for once in your life."
So you all step into the tent, and you see Suna on one side, and Eugenius, or as she refers to him as Eugenius, that was the beginning. And she says, "So you've brought these people here upon my request." He says, "That is why you wished for me to come?" She says, "I knew of your visitors, and I knew that you were coming. I do have information from one of my scouts about the Steelhearts."
Do share, my lady.
She says, "According to one of my devout followers and scouts, he says not far off, perhaps 2 days' travel away, a new Steelheart encampment has popped up."
Has it fully popped up, or has it simply just begun the process of terraforming?
She says, "The scouts said that there are indeed buildings nearby, but there's also very uncharacteristically very strange looking land there."
I see. Well, we must go. We must go and discover it, and at least observe it. For we must be able to return to our king with the full story.
So she says, "I do believe that inspection is indeed the best way to go. However, I insist that you at least go during the daytime. It is still right now considered kind of the early afternoon, but the thing is that the travel to get to this area would probably take about 2 days to get there."
Okay.
So she says she offers, the ability to stay here, or you can head back to the town with Eugene and kind of rest up there and prepare for your travels again.
Question.
I believe.
Did we bring our horses?
Did what?
Did we bring our horses and our equipment?
No, this was just a straight old walk.
Okay.
With the horses, your travel time would probably be about halved, though. So it would take about a day to get there with the horses.
Part of me feels like we should go back and get our horses and our equipment to do the testing.
I agree.
She says, "Oh, you have equipment from the kingdom."
Yes,
not to.
Yes, my dear. We are. Yes, my grace, my. DM, can you peek out behind the curtain and tell me what the proper thing is?
No, you're fine. You're good. She's not much for formality, but she does say, if you do have supplies, then I would recommend, if you're going to at least take them with you on your journey, head back to the city, rest for the night, and get back over there the following day. As much as we don't like letting the Steelhearts grow their territories, I doubt that a day is going to make much of a difference. And Eugene kind of confirms with what you guys were told earlier, that unless there's a standing order from someone, there's probably not going to be much expansion happening.
Then let us go. Let us get our things, and we make haste in the morning.
Our apologies for refusing your hospitality, though, Lady Suna.
She says, trouble not at all. If you have things that will allow you to better save the soul of this world and its people, well then I cannot be a steward to stand in the way of that.
My lady, I follow not your religion, but I do believe that you've got the people of this land at your in your best interest. We thank you for this information, and we hope that we are able to help aid this cause and help to free the land from the Steelheart Society.
She says, it will take a united effort from everybody, but I am certain that the day will come where we can eventually end what they plan.
I agree.
So Eugene says, if you guys have equipment from the city, we actually need to be going back pretty well soon, or else we're going to be traveling during the middle of the night.
And we all know that that doesn't always end well.
No, especially
It
because
would
we're
with
all
my
on
new
foot.
sword.
Eugene, I go, well then we shall depart as soon as you finish your business here.
She says, the business was to bring you all here because of the information that I had received. We knew of your coming, we figured it would be helpful.
Very well,
So
then I
she
am
kind
ready
of
to
passes
depart.
Eugene a map while you're talking.
I just gotta say, then very well, then I am ready to depart as soon as the rest of my companions are.
He quickly kind of reviews the map with her, and she kind of shows him like the quickest way to get there without much trouble. And he says, okay. Outpost Sombrio, that's what we're calling this one. And she kind of nods her head. She says, very well. She says, you should make haste back to the city before dark.
Lady Suna, why do you call it that? Why do you give them the names? How do they get their names?
She says some are named by different people from the Steelheart Society, but other words can just come to be on this one. She doesn't really have she's not really clear about why.
Okay. Understood. Was a more curiosity. I thank you, milady. And I kind of step back.
Alright, so you guys are all heading out back to the city then, because Eugene, now that he's understood, he's like, we should go.
Yeah.
I follow him.
Please.
Alright, so you guys quickly leave the monastery, and by the time you get back to the village, it's about nighttime, so Eugene says, I will see you all off in the morning, but for now, go ahead and head over to the inn. I'll see to it that your stay is covered.
I thank you, Eugene. And I kind of I start making my way towards the inn.
Ah, the perks of working for the crown.
Yep. Also, just
Yes,
King,
but
the king or the alcohol.
Yes, but I do miss the cooking of our chef back home. Quite a lovely young lady. Good career ahead of her.
Hey, Lucas, just real quick. I got some pig's feet. Do something with them.
Says I can attempt to.
All right. Well, then I hand him over my pig's feet.
He throws them in the trash can.
I chuckle and I pass. I go, can I tip you for that?
He actually doesn't throw them in a trash can, but it looks like one. It's actually like a brining agent. It's just empty, so it looks like a trash can. Sounds like one. It just kind of goes plump.
That made me so scared.
So he basically says, like, I can try, but it may be a while before they're taken care of.
Alright, that's fine.
I shall take a glass of your wine then.
And
I kind of sit at the end of a bar.
whatever you gave me the other night, can I get another one of those?
Says sure, and starts kind of pouring it for you. He says, so when are you guys heading out for your next piece?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow.
We are
Mathis.
hoping we'll make it back.
Mathis, Homer, come get a drink of this. It's really good.
I gently remind everybody. Tomorrow, we have to. Don't forget that we have things to do in the morning.
I'd rather not. I'd rather go to bed.
Well,
Sleep well, my sir.
I let Homer have a drink of the drink.
You have a way with words.
Well, I don't really know what it's called. I mean, it's just a really tall glass.
And that's why I didn't want any.
You can have a glass of wine, as it's my preferred choice. I've suffered through mead long enough. I've reached a point in my life where I will treat myself to the little things.
I'll take you up on that offer.
I take a swig and just kind of say, "Posh."
Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing.
Tastes like longing and sadness.
Story of your
That's
life.
not what I taste at all.
Story of all of our lives, I suppose.
Different taste buds.
I taste Erithus's light and honey.
You probably say that about everything.
A bit of cumin.
No comment.
I kind of pull my book out of my bag and just kind of sit at the bar and begin reading it. My book on perception, just so we're all clear.
See, well, of course I always taste Erithus's holy light. Food and drink are the nectar of Erithus's light.
Yes, Mathis, we know. You don't ever shut up about it. We all know. We're all very familiar. In fact, Lucas himself here, who has known you the longest, could probably become...
Wait, why are you berating me? You said my name.
Oh, I did not mean Mathis. I'm sorry. I meant... Tanis.
Also, just so you know, I met
drunk.
Lucas when you did.
Tia is not drunk. Tia is bad at names. We've established this. Mathis and Tia are... It's not fucking drunk. Anyways, as I was saying...
Just like a drunk person would say.
Not fucking drunk. I wouldn't know. I've never been drunk. I'm not legal. So...
That doesn't really stop people, but okay.
I'm not either, and I've never drank a drop, so okay. We're going to conclude that people in this session are good people, except for Austin.
Fuck.
That's fair.
Anyway.
I'll tell the story later. Anyway.
As I was so lovingly saying, as Lucas here, who's known you the longest, could probably become a priest because you don't ever shut up. We know! Everybody knows! The whole town knows at this point. Just stop talking about it. Baron was a nice man. He was a nice dwarf. We all knew that he was all about this light thing and this wonderful old god thing, but none of us... But you know what? He was a better man than you, because he knew when to shut his mouth.
It's
and I just
true.
kind of go
He
back
was.
to reading and drinking.
Lucas kind of looks around like, yikes. He like steps back a little bit and he goes, I think I'm gonna cut you guys off for the night.
I was like, I've had but a glass of water. Sir, I am as sober as you could. I am as sober as a cactus.
Roll a sobriety check.
What's a sobriety check?
Let's go ahead and say endurance.
Okay.
As sober
Oh,
as a
please.
cactus? What?
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I started that sentence and did not know how to finish it.
Please roll a 1.
I rolled a
Damn.
9.
You are a little buzzed. You're not drunk, but you are buzzed.
Not drunk enough. The barkeeper should be cutting me off.
You're making yourself seem more drunk.
Drunk as
No,
a
that was
cactus.
actually that was out of that.
That was out of
That was out of. To be fair, that was out of character.
I'm just gonna do one of these checks just for the fun of it to see how drunk I get to act.
Paul, you've seen Drunken Tia. This is not Drunken Tia.
It could be angry drunk Tia.
True.
Tony, how drunk am I?
How drunk are you? You're okay. You're not particular. I would say that you are maybe a little less buzzed than Tia is at the moment.
Oh,
Tia,
which
I
one is,
don't understand
insurance?
why you seem to be so against this whole.
Tony, how drunk am I?
So you're kind of like back here on the tables. You think you're like right about here, and you're probably on the floor.
Who's the drunk guy over there?
Yeah, I'm just looking over at Homer and be like, "You're cute. I like
You
your
as a
tail."
Ship confirmed.
What has happened to this session?
I don't
Where
know.
have we gone?
Keep going with it. Keep going.
You're probably about as buzzed as Tia is right now if you've had anything to drink, Homer.
Okay.
Yes, I shared some of my drink with him.
This is
My
Tamis.
drink is the good stuff. Yeah?
Tell me about this Erithus.
I just go, Homer, what are you doing?
Let me introduce you to my friend called Ed.
From over here,
I'm
I
gonna go
just
back
say,
to-
"Oh, not this again."
Eris is the god of holy civilization.
Tia,
I just-
compose yourself. Tia, compose
It
yourself.
stands for expanding the lands of
Partially
the
so you can
lands
hold me
of
back.
all time.
I refuse. I don't
The
hold
taming
Tamis
of
back. Or I don't
wilderness.
hold Mathis back. I just say, I'm not holding you back. You go at him.
Tony,
We expand the
My-
lands
Yes.
of man.
my drunken character that's not on here because I don't exist, walks up and does a melee attack to punch Tamis in the face.
Who did you hit?
Tamis to shut him up. I'm just like, "Shut up!" and I swing drunkenly at him.
I want to do that immediate interrupt.
Actually, I would like for you to roll a saving throw.
You can do
No
with
saving that.
you can do
No.
with my drunken stupid character whatever you want. I'm gonna mute myself again.
Well, you're just gonna roll a saving throw. Right
Which
now,
is
Tamis?
what?
Just a 1d20. Oh my god.
Nope.
You don't see him coming. But when he says shut up, you like turn your head into the punch and you are down on the ground, flat on your back, and you are unconscious.
Get fucked.
Like he didn't deal damage to you, but you were like not the most sober, so he basically just put your ass to sleep.
From
I kind of
from the
look to
punch,
the fake
I
one.
also fall drunkenly, just like from the
Mhm,
swing momentum,
yeah.
and just hit the floor, knocked out.
Yeah, like he hits the floor like face first next to you, so like you're both out. And Lucas just kind of walks forward, peers over, and he goes. He then looks over at the three of you and he says, "Would you please not cause any more trouble tonight?
I look to Lucas and
Go to
go.
sleep."
I go to Lucas and go. I simply expressed an opinion, and I take my glass of wine and I kind of take my book and I go upstairs.
And you
And
guys
I'm mumbling to my wait. I mumble to myself. I miss Len. Len was fun.
and you guys get to carry a 370-pound minotaur in scale armor to bed.
I don't touch him. I leave him there.
So actually, Lucas kind of calls for a guard to kind of drag out the one ass, and he sees Tamis knocked out, and he goes, "You're gonna want to go get Yennefer for this one." And he's like, "Wait, what? How? How is Yennefer gonna just trust me on this, please?" The guard kind of goes, "Okay," and he starts like dragging the one guy kind of out kind of just by his hand and just kind of dragging him across, and he's just super KO'd. Like, both people are out, and the guard calls for Yennefer, who eventually shows up, and she's looking disgruntled, and she says, "Another bar brawl again? Can't you keep a lid on this place, Lucas?" And he says, "Look, blame our over-enthusiastic guests this time," and he motions to Tamis, who is still soundly asleep at this point. She goes, fine.
Can I do another saving throw to try to be semi-conscious?
Yeah, let's go ahead and give you that right now while she's doing this.
Well,
Yeah, so you kind of like groggily roll over. You're still pretty well out of it, like you're in a daze.
Oh, hey, Yennefer. When did you get here? It's a party.
She kind of just kneels down. So since you got knocked off your stool, you're probably like right here.
Yeah.
She kind of just like kneels down to your face and just says, "We're just gonna take you to bed, so."
But I don't want to go to bed.
Well, so she finishes her ritual, and underneath you, like a concave plane of force, lifts you up about a foot off of the ground, and she starts walking you kind of over towards the bedroom that you guys are all assigned to staying in. She's using Tensor's floating disc to transport your body along the distance.
I figured that's what she was doing. I look over to Lucas and I go, "This is why I don't drink. My apologies."
Says, "Don't worry about it." Says, "Although I wish it happened a little less frequently, but you know what? I guess that's just how we gotta go." Anywho,
Well-
if you guys are leaving tomorrow morning, you should definitely try and get some sleep.
Homer finishes off his drink and just goes, "I just wanted to hear more about affordable economic housing," and then heads up to bed.
Oh, and Lucas, one last thing.
Hmm.
Don't give him back his pig's feet.
He says, pickling doesn't just happen overnight, you know.
Yeah, but just don't give it back to him in general.
We'll see.
All right. I bid you good night, Tia.
I was already upstairs in bed.
Yeah, she went first.
Fuck.
I probably should have deleted her token off to represent that.
Oh well.
So
Actually,
I'm
and by
just
went
gonna
to bed, I mean I read for a little bit and then fell asleep, but minor details.
So we're just gonna put him back on the map. So for the morning, that sort of business, just kind of a pre-prep here. So you guys are all kind of upstairs. I'd imagine you've all picked your bed, so go ahead and do that real quick. Actually, yeah, Tamis is like all flopped over on his bed, like he is just like passed the fuck
Snuggling
out.
with the pillow. He's snuggling with the pillow.
You maybe.
I like spooning with it.
Actually, yes.
I'm
Okay.
laying in bed looking as though I'm a goddess.
Once again, Homer slithers under the covers and sheds all his clothing and armor.
That's my bed, Homer. Wrong bed.
Actually, we're all in. Well, actually, all
Yeah,
three of us.
I was
are
in this
all
one.
beds.
No.
Get out.
No,
It doesn't
you
matter
were
what
in
bed
that.
you were in,
All right.
because I mean they've all been like kind of dressed and made up and that sort of thing again. So it's like they just kind of flopped you in. So Yennefer just kind of flopped Tamis over on this one, just like it's the closest one to the door. There, poof.
It also happened to be the bed Tamis last time.
Gotcha. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll fast forward this to, let's say, 7 o'clock in the morning. Is anybody up at this time?
Homer's awake, but still in bed.
I'm groggy. I'm like trying to wake up.
I'm
Damn
still
it.
asleep.
Tamis is kind of turning, being like, "Oh, mother, I don't want to go to the bonfire. No."
I hear Tamis talking in his sleep and I throw a pillow at him. Shut up!
I told you. I told you, Cactus is always mean to me. That's why I had to put him through that wall.
What is this session?
So
around 7:30, I start to get
Yeah.
out of bed.
I was about to say, let's move 7:30. If anybody's gonna get up at that point.
I
Oh,
kind of get up and start making my way downstairs to get something to eat.
Tamis kind of sits up groggily, like, and says, "What happened?"
Don't worry about it. The barkeep will tell you all about it. I'm getting some breakfast before we begin our journey.
The man at the bar insulted Arethyst, and you lay down on the job, Tamis.
I
There was
did
some-
not. I would never do that. I would be
Well,
completely out of character.
You failed Arethyst last night. I'm sorry to tell you.
Yeah, man, you might want to repel for the things you did last night. They were just, ugh. Arethyst
I
is
might
like
have to
a
fall on my
sheep.
sword. Might have to
You might-
fall on my own sword. And I prep myself to do so.
And I go, okay, but can you do that in a few days? I mean, I'm all for you doing that, but could you wait a few days?
I love
You
how
can't
nobody's
serve
stopping
Arethyst
him.
if you're.
What'd you say?
Can't serve Arethyst if you're
No,
dead.
no, not you.
I said,
Tamis,
I love
what
how
did you say?
nobody's stopping him falling on his sword.
No, because we're
And
all sick of him.
The only penance that is worthy of defying Arethyst is death.
Yes, but can you
And
wait
that's
a few
me.
days on the death?
It must be done instantly.
If you will die in
Well.
battle, not in front of us, so maids have to clean up your mess.
God, how
must
how
preserve
rude
my
could you
honor.
be?
I must preserve my honor.
Your honor's already gone after last night. You lost your honor, with what you did last night. You have no honor.
Okay, is there any kind of check I could do to try to remember what happened, what really happened last night?
Sure, let's
feel
go
like-
ahead and do.
Is that an intelligence check? I feel like it would be.
History might be a good one.
Oh,
That too.
I can
Forgot
win
about
a history check.
Damn it, Tony.
History check with a -5 penalty.
What?
You
Get
were
fucked.
We're
drunk.
Frickin' rolls. Not fair.
So that's gonna be a 1d20 plus 4 for you, I think.
+4 -5.
No,
No, it's
four.
plus. It would be +4 because his history, I think,
Oh.
is 9.
Oh, my bad.
My history is 9. Yeah.
So it'd be plus.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
you don't remember shit, dude.
I'm gonna have to go through with it. Unless somebody tells me.
Listen, I'm telling you can go throw yourself on your sword, but could you wait until we finish our mission?
No, this demands immediate gratification.
You hear kind of a boom, boom, boom on the door, and you hear a voice. Arethyst demands that you shut the hell up already.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah. Why did you take the Lord's name in vain?
Oh, trust me, sweetheart, you took the Lord's name in vain so many times last night. It wasn't even funny. I was a little
The
concerned
door
for your
gets
well-being.
thrown open, and this surly ass dwarf walks in.
You again?
He says, "Oh God, it's you and you," and he looks over at disgust and sees Homer.
What are you doing?
Well, he
here?
can't completely see me because I'm under a cover, still naked.
Fair enough. But he kind of looks and he says, "Look, barkeep told me to come out here and let you guys know that it was 8 in the morning and that you need to just shut the hell up because you're disturbing the other guests."
Okay. Well, we should only be but a moment more. We're simply trying
I
to.
hope so, or else if I have to come back in here again, I don't think it's gonna be too pretty.
Did he notice me holding my to my stomach?
I don't think he gave a shit.
Homer, I
Damn
need you
it.
to be my second. I need you to cut my head off as I plunge this into my stomach.
Tamis, if you're going to be a pussy,
think-
do it yourself.
It's a bad idea, Tamis.
I disagree.
It is a-
We're trying
it
to
is
tell
a
him
bad
it's a bad
idea.
idea. It's not a bad idea. Let him. If he wants to kill himself, he ought to.
How are we going to get more cheap economic housing if you kill yourself?
I mean,
How
we're
is
not going to
that going
convince
to
him otherwise
establish
of
that?
killing himself. He's already going the distance. There's no
Yes. Could you
There's no
just
changing his
quit
mind.
wasting our time? Either
Yeah.
do it or don't.
Homer,
exactly.
I now know what I can do in penance. Cheap economic housing.
Fuck.
Exactly.
Oh.
Now you're thinking.
Fuck.
I just get up, I walk out, and I go, I'm getting breakfast.
Same. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Cheap economic housing will be my salvation.
It's not mine.
My soul cannot be saved.
It'll be my salvation when you're dead. Christ.
I thought it'd be
cannot.
your salvation when you're dead.
Sure. I can't die. Remember that.
You must be better for this, Tamis.
I will be.
Economic housing isn't gonna build itself.
Oh, wise prophet Homer, I will be.
Homer gets dressed after, like, pulls his clothes up, like, reaches out an arm to get dressed as Tamis is leaving. He'll be down shortly.
Okay. So I'm guessing everybody's kind of made their way out by this point here. We'll go ahead and jump forward
please.
a few minutes. And so as you guys are all kind of outside in the tavern, like, the surly dwarf nowhere to be seen. Lucas just looks irritated at this point.
I kind of see Lucas's irritation and go, think I'll skip breakfast in the tavern today. Have a nice day, Lucas. And I toss him a gold for putting up with our crap.
Lucas, you need to tell me what happened last.
I'm just running away.
Did I dishonor
I'm
myself
out.
before Arthas? Did I?
He's not saying much. He says it depends on your definition of dishonor.
Was Arthas challenged and I failed to meet the call?
He says, I don't know, someone told you to shut up and they knocked you out. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Oh, then I'm fine. Forget about the ritual suicide then. Where's Bill?
I take my gold off the table and I go, you've no longer earned this. We were so close. And then I make my way out of the tavern.
Alright, so
See,
is everybody
this
just
is
gonna follow, I guess, from the tavern?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just gonna say this is what I almost originally planned to happen in Trespassers.
Well, alrighty then. Paul, just a quick time check. I wanted to make sure we're not going over on this one. 50? Okay, good. We got some time then. So let's see here. How do I want to play this?
Give us an encounter with a
Alright.
dragon that we can easily kill.
Maybe not a dragon. Encounter maybe.
Kill Homer.
Here. So
What?
we'll go
God damn it.
ahead. We'll go ahead and say that you guys kind of travel. You actually are shown a map that's given to you by Eugene that has kind of a path on it that really doesn't have many, like, natural hazards or anything along the way. Pretty much a smooth shot to where Sombrio actually is.
Mhm.
But you guys eventually get to a point where it gets to be not necessarily a bit too much, but where setting up for the night, probably not your worst of ideas.
I look to the others and I go, we should camp here for the night.
We should forge on.
We should camp here for the night. We don't want to die.
Well, Mathis does.
I do not wish any of the sort.
You said so.
Shut up, ignoramus.
So you guys kind of, I'm guessing, or like you
Well,
guys kind of
do
reach a good point where you guys can set up. And I'm just gonna go ahead and level. You guys probably do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can kind of picture this happening, like kind of as you guys are like we shouldn't camp. We totally should. As you guys are like walking to your spot and like setting everything up for the night.
Yeah, that sounds like us.
Yeah.
So
Of course,
it's-
for some reason Homer hasn't been backing me up here lately.
So
Because nobody likes you.
What are you talking about? I stopped you from killing yourself.
True, you did.
That doesn't mean a whole lot.
Yes, that's
I
actually
wanted
what
to
we're
know about Erithus, but then he was unconscious.
You can find
Well,
out
then
about
ask him
Erithus
when
from
none of us
anyone
are
else.
around.
You can
Ask
find
him-
out about Erithus from any other prophet. Like
Ask about it when we aren't around.
that too.
Hasn't been an opportunity.
Well, then wait. Learn patience. You're a bard. Learn some patience.
What does
Next
patience have
time
to
is
do
money,
with being a bard?
friend.
I was just about to say it. Damn it.
It doesn't, but he should still learn some patience. And he should also learn how not to bark at whatever the fuck is going on outside my house. I'm assuming you can hear my dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck he's barking at. Anyways, go on, I'm sorry. But yes. There must be squirrels. But yes, we camp here for the night and settle in and definitely don't stall.
I stall all the time. But so, Thea, you said you abandoned your family at one point.
I did.
Oh boy.
I did too once.
That's
I
wonderful.
haven't-
Congratulations.
I'm,
You should
yeah,
write to them.
Well, I don't think I can. My father's not exactly what you would call forgiving.
I didn't think mine was either. And then you learn something new. They might be missing their child. You just have to give it a chance. There is, do or do not. There is no try, you know.
Thank you, yo. You see, there isn't always been a debate among minotaurs about how we should deal with our more bestial nature. My father was a traditionalist, but the tradition didn't really work too well for me.
My father was
That-
also a traditionalist. That's why I ran away.
But that's why I ended up coming into the service of Erithus. It helped me work out my issue. It's one reason
Well,
why
I'm
I'm so
very glad to
devoted. Better than becoming a thief.
Well, you see, sometimes one has to do what they have to do in order to stay alive. Sometimes it's just a matter of staying alive and proving to yourself that you can do and that you're capable of doing what you've always hoped to do. I pull out kind of some tea leaves that I have magically occurred and start to boil some water and make a cup of tea.
Oh, I know
Okay.
why they call you.
Well, by magically occurred meaning I don't think. Well, hold on, let me make sure. I don't think I actually have anything in my inventory that would qualify for that. Never mind. I would take that back because I don't even think I have anything that I would be able to use to make tea. Never mind. I simply sit there and read my book, uninterested in Tamis.
Oh my god. Oh, seriously.
Sorry. That's my
No,
last
it's
one.
not.
That's my last one. I promise.
No, it's not.
I promise.
So,
Shall we decide who
Homer.
keeps watch?
yes, we've all.
I'll take last.
Rock, paper, scissors?
I'll take first watch.
Okay, I'll take second watch.
Last.
Alright, I'm third then.
Kind of wanted to ask Homer more about this golden city that he lived in. Okay.
It was a long time ago. City of a monument to greed, where I was raised.
That makes a lot of sense for you.
It's where I was taught all the codes that I live by. Eventually, it was corrupted and destroyed itself. I'm the last one left.
Then why do you continue on these ways if your greed and your corruption is what destroyed you?
It was corruption that they stopped believing in greed that destroyed them.
You make no sense, Homer. Get some sleep.
And Mathis, how many times have you died, if that's not too personal of a question?
I've honestly lost count. It's been a very, very long time.
Let's see. And what was that? You mentioned an event that kind of ruined your life a while back.
It wasn't really an event. It was more along the lines of my wife died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Like I said before, it was a few years ago now. It's all right. But also, like I said, all of my loved ones die while I keep living, and it makes me wonder if I should ever feel ever again.
But then you would lose your humanity. But then you would lose your humanity. And without your humanity...
I'm not a human, but I see your point in your statement.
You know what I mean.
I know.
Without that, you won't have any morals, and who knows what you'll become. It is best to feel.
Have you ever thought about the fact that...
Sorry, Paul. Fuck you. I hate you so much. You piece of shit. Oh my god.
Also, does anyone else find it very funny that a bunch of non-humans are out here fixing the humans' problems?
I mean, arguably, aren't they all of our problems? The society, the Steelheart Society, they'll ruin all of our homelands, not just the humans. It is not just for us we fight, but for the whole kingdom.
I've only ever lived among humans. Never met.
But we don't really know the humans
kind.
didn't cause the problem.
But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We are to fight for all of the land, not just the humans, not just the elves, not just the minotaurs. We fight for all. That's what we've done. We've pledged our loyalty. We aren't pledging our loyalty to our species. We're pledging our loyalty to the kingdom. And so it doesn't matter who caused the problem. It doesn't matter why the problem occurred. We are to fight it. We are to help. We are to save the kingdom and those who live in it. It is our job as the protectors to do so.
And with that, who was on first watch?
Me.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and take our quick break. So we're going to run through this break, and then we have 1 more hour that we're going to be playing for today.
All right.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. We will be back momentarily. So, thank you guys. We'll be back soon.